हेलो फ्रेंड, हाय, दिस इज़ योर गाइड। आज हम वाजिराम एंड रवि का GS-4 की एथिक्स की जो इनकी येलो बुक्स है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। पिछले वीडियोस में मैंने इसका कंटेंट डिस्कस किया, बताया था आपको कि कंटेंट में क्या दिया है। आज हम चैप्टर 1 डिस्कस करेंगे। चैप्टर 1 में ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़ के बारे में यहाँ पे डिस्कस करेंगे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। सो ये चैप्टर 1 है। चैप्टर 1 में ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़ एक टॉपिक है। इसमें सब टॉपिक दिए बहुत सारे। अंडरस्टैंडिंग ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ वैल्यूज़, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ वैल्यूज़, फंक्शंस ऑफ वैल्यूज़, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डिफरेंस ऑफ वैल्यूज़, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ वैल्यूज़, रोल ऑफ फैमिली, सोसाइटी, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस inculcating values, lesson from the lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers and administrator. This topic will be covered in पार्ट एफ। पार्ट एफ में डिस्कस करेंगे उसके बारे में। सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़, यहाँ पे ब्राइट मैन ने कुछ दिया है, कोटेशन दिया है। वैल्यूज़ मीन्स वॉट एवर इज एक्चुअली लाइक, प्राइज, esteem, desired, approved and enjoyed by anyone at any time. Values constitute an important aspect of self concept and so value constitute an important aspect of self concept and serve as a guiding principle for an individual. Values are basic conviction that specified mode of conduct is personally or specially preferable. They are standard towards which an individual has strong positive attitude. For instance, a person who is considered killing animal for consumption as a sin has a strong positive attitude towards vegetarianism. That is his value system. Thus, values can be positive or negative, good or bad, based on the conviction and attitude of an individual. This is where values are different from virtues. Virtues simply means good habits and values is always positive term. एंड वर्चू क्या होता है? एक गुड हैबिट्स होता है और वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव होता है। वैल्यूज के बारे में बताएं, एक कन्विक्शन है, स्पेसिफाइड मोड ऑफ द कंडक्ट पर्सनली और स्पेशली प्रेफरेबल होता है। वैल्यूज़ हर तरीके से मतलब अलग अलग हो सकते हैं। वैल्यूज़ कैन भी पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव बताया गया है इसमें। गुड और बैड भी हो सकते हैं बेस्ड ऑन देयर कन्विक्शन और एटीट्यूड। हर एक के इंडिविजुअल के हिसाब से अलग अलग वैल्यूज़ हो सकते हैं। वैल्यूज़ आर डिफरेंट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्चूज़। उसके बाद में यहाँ पे वैल्यू सिस्टम इज एंड्यूरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ बिलीव्स कंसर्निंग प्रेफरेबल मोड ऑफ कंडक्ट्स अलोंग a continuum of importance. Thus, the importance of different values co-varies with the importance of other in value system. For example, many value honesty over successes. Affective value, it is concerned with the arousing of the emotions or affections. It includes feelings of pain, happiness, love, etc. Intellectual values, they are excellent character traits. They are features that make a person excellent as a person. Example: humility, perseverance, courage, etc. Modern classification of values according to Brubaser. सो ये दिया है यहाँ पे इमीडिएट वैल्यू, रिमोट वैल्यू, इंस्ट्रिंसिक वैल्यूज़ दिया है, इंस्ट्रूमेंटल और एक्सट्रिंसिक वैल्यूज़ दिया है। ये कुछ टर्म्स हैं, आपको इसके बारे में पता होना चाहिए। इमीडिएट वैल्यूज़ क्या होते हैं? वैल्यूज़ विच फुलफिल द बायोलॉजिकल एंड साइकोलॉजिकल नीड्स ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल। रिमोट वैल्यूज़ क्या होती है? दीज आर रिलेटेड टू द इंटेलिजेंट एंड रैशनल नीड्स। इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यूज़, are and themselves are permanent and ultimate values. These are the things that has true intrinsic values is a happiness or pleasure. There are no physical things that have intrinsic values. Instrumental or extrinsic values. Instrumental values are that which are judged good because they are good for something. It means to an end. For instance, money has extrinsic values because it can be used to buy something that you want. Organic values are instrumental values. recreational values, bodily values, economic values, pleasure, intrinsic values is an ultimate end to which all things of intrinsic values are the means. कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ वैल्यूज़ दिए हैं इसमें 1 से लेकर 5 तक. First, values are built as an outcome of knowledge as well as beliefs. They have a cognitive, affective, and directional accepts, aspects. They can be learned through culture, experience, and social institutions. They are hierarchical, given, dependent, and relative among themselves with perceiver. They are always given in the pair, that is positive values are always its corresponding counter values. Functions of the values, they help to become specially acceptable. They help in judgment and decision making. They serve as an internal guide to everything. They make behavior choices less random and more parsimonious. They help in the prioritization hierarchy of values. प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रेफरेंसेस ऑफ वैल्यूज़. रेफरेंसेस फॉर परमानेंट वैल्यूज़ होते हैं और रेफरेंसेस फॉर प्रोडक्टिव वैल्यूज़. रेफरेंसेस फॉर इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यूज़. ऐसे 3 टाइप के रेफरेंस होते हैं. Permanent values are referred to that transitory values. Sensuous pleasure are transient. Pleasure of association and character are relatively permanent and enduring. As compared to the pleasure of the association and character, the values of the truth, beauty, goodness, and religion are more enduring. Productive values prefer to that of non-productive values, and intrinsic values enrich the self, harmonize, and help in bringing peace. They take itself towards elevation, while intrinsic values are exhausted in the process of being used. The more extensive and universal the values are, more productive they tend to become. Preference on intrinsic values. Intrinsic values are preferred to that of extrinsic values. Development of values. Values are developed in an individual throughout his lifespan. There are certain processes through which values are developed. The method or technique adopted for inculcating values also varied based on needs. Process of developing values. Socialization is a process by which human infants begin to acquire the skills necessary to perform as a functioning of member of their society, and is the most influential learning process one can experience. Through this, a child is indoctrinated to his her culture. It is a lifelong process shaping an individual. Agency of socialization includes family, society, school, peer group, media, etc. Social control क्या होता है? Even after the socialization there will be some deviance. For instance, 2 children are brought up in the same family. One of them is honest while another has got into the habit of stealing. In such cases, good values can be sustained throughout the appreciation, while the negative values can be eradicated throughout ostracization. Basically, social control follows the reward and punishment mechanism. Good act is rewarded while bad act is punished so as to eliminate the chance of its repetition. Techniques for developing values. Allegoric method, conscientization, intense identification, profitable association method, role playing. ये दिया है. Allegoric method क्या है? Allegoric method, it involves moral storytelling, biography of some great personality, tantras, story, etc. can help in moral building. Conscientization क्या है? It involves pricking the conscience of an individual against the wrongdoing. It is the process of developing as a critical awareness of one's social reality through reflection and action. We all acquire the social myths which have a dominant tendencies, so learning is a critical process which depends upon uncovering real problem and actual needs. Intense identification, it is based on concept of mentorship. A mentor act like a friend is inculcating values, unlike a philosopher who act as a guide. Profitable association method, it is based on fundamental symbiotic relationship and joint endeavor. It inculcates values of mutual respect, tolerance, harmony, equality, etc. Role playing, it involves acting of a performance of a particular role, either consciously training or unconsciously in accordance with the perceived Expectation of the society as regards a person behavior in particular context. Role of the family in inculcating values. Parent or family plays a dominant role in educating a child. Mother is a first teacher and home is first school. The newly born body is dependent on parents who nourish and bring it up. The elder at home each teach the developing baby behavior, dress code, customs, aspirations, and so on. The minds of the children develop in the major way through the process of non-formal education at home. Family shape the child attitude towards people, society, and helps in mental growth in child and support his ambitions and values. Blissful, cheerful atmosphere in the family will develop the love, affection, tolerance, and generosity. A child learns his behavior by modeling what sees around him. The method employed by family in inculcating values include reinforcement conditions, parenting style, rewards, punishment mechanism, etc. Style of parenting influence the values absorbed by the children. For instance, love-oriented parenting inculcates social values in children, while power assertive parenting makes him more dormant and less engaging. Dynamic parenting is a right solution for the present values crisis. If the nation has to prosper, improvement and must begin with the parents. Without harmony at home, there is no peace in the nation. Parents should equip the children with a certain factors such as awareness of truth, sense of responsibility, emotional maturity, communication skills, awareness of intellectual development, sense of judgment and observation, cultural awareness, religious and spiritual values, and leadership qualities. The skills, attitude, and emotion that makes or mar the future of the child are to build during these crucial years. Role of the society in inculcating values. Society का क्या role है? Child is initiated into learning in the society to which she or he is a bona fide member with all facility at disposal. The society may be assigned a new role to play effective and vigorously towards development and inculcation of the values and multidimensional. The society is expected to create homogeneous environment so as to learners may take up valuable lessons on ethics, behavior, adjustment, living together, sympathy, and service to reflect simplicity, honesty, kindness, and fairness in their conduct or development of positive habit, attitude, inner capacity, and feelings and wish to live. To provide maximum freedom for the fuller growth with experiences and with facilitation of desire, suggestion, and persuasion. To explain its tradition, rituals, mythological stories, consequences and contribution to the modern order of society. Unfortunately, society, due to its makeup, has in also inculcated certain negative values people. Societal makeup और इफेक्ट प्रोड्यूस उसके बारे में डिफरेंस बताया यहाँ पे. Patriarchal society projected women as a sacrificing element. Sita remain an ego ideal kind of message has gone into society. Joint family and caste system में बताया गया कि people to develop tendency to evade responsibility. Hierarchical preferences में क्या बताया, promotes manship. Achievement needs are not encouraged. This has ingrained low aspiration in people, leading to passivity and conformity. Parental authority में क्या बताया, obedience replacing personal initiative. Role of the education institution in inculcating values. Education का क्या role है? School is the first formal agency of socialization. Education undoubtedly is one of the most powerful agency molding the characters and is determining the future individual and nations. Thus, the whole realm of education is centered on the development of the moral aspect of man. Plato emphasized that educational effort should aim at the promotion of virtue. Herbert declared that the whole work of education, which is long and complex training, should focus on one particular thing that could be sum up the concept of morality. Mahatma Gandhi stated education of a heart or moral education is prime functions to provide. If we succeed in building character of the individual, society will take care of itself. According to the Bertrand Russell, the chief aim of education is the formation of character. The University Education Commission 1964-66 summarizes the Indian concept of education as follows. Education, according to the Indian tradition, is not only merely a means of earning of living, nor it is only a nursery of thought of school for citizenship. It is The initiation into a life of spirit, training human souls in pursuit of the truth and practice of the virtue. The role of the education can be felt from few other views of points of some greats. The greatest use of education is not merely to collect facts but to know man makes oneself नो टू मैन. रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर ने बताया यहाँ पे एजुकेशन शुड बी for the for the hand, head and heart. Education for the heart means spiritual training. The aim of the education is self-realization. The summation bonum of life and education. M K Gandhi ने महात्मा गांधी ने बताया. Education is not limited to the imparting the of information or training in skill. It has to give the educated a proper sense of values. राधा कृष्णन ने बताया. Development of values through education. To make the value aspect of our education programs more prominent, the following ideas should be incorporated in the educational program. Developing self-respect, awareness of self-growth, one's uniqueness, self-confidence, promoting selflessness, cooperative spirit of sharing, imparting clear direction on cleanliness, punctuality, use of refined language, courtesy, proper manner, respect of for elders, becoming aware of need of the others, promoting civic sense, awareness of oneself as a member of the community and civic duties, knowledge of the constitution's rights and duties, knowing the provision to promote human dignity and justice, patriotism, national integrity and international understanding, protection of environment, dissemination of culture heritage, propagation of values and philosophy. In school, children are members of a small society that exert the tremendous influence of their moral development. Teachers serve as a role model to students in school. They play a major role in inculcating their ethical behavior. Fears at a school diffuse boldness about cheating, lying, stealing, and consideration for others. Following are the some methods: lecturing, reinforcement, feedback. Role model. The teacher are the first role model to the children outside their family. When the children see the model showing the concern for others, motivating them for their good deeds, and cooperating and helpful with their academic issues, the children learn them by observing the imitate with it with the fellow peers. Role of the teacher. The importance can be gauged from the lives of the Mahatma Gandhi had Gopal Krishna Gokhale as his teacher, the Alexander who was the disciple of the Aristotle, the teacher as a mentor, facilitator, communicator, and manager to the teaching learning activities. She or he is the source of the inspiration, having full of action, thought, vision, and wisdom. Teacher is supposed to discharge the duty as assigned. Teacher is a narrator of the skill to live a life completely and is supposed to act as a friend, philosopher, and guide. Honesty, morality, truth, non-violence should be the fort as a learner copy of the behavior of their teacher. He should have the competency, methodology, strategy, technique of teaching, and innovative skill at a command to organize learning. He should explain the social and national heritage, culture, civilization, and its useful values to the modern adolescent. The values related to the teacher, habits, behavior, actions, thought must be reflect the real face before the students. So ये पूरा चैप्टर 1 में मैंने यहाँ पे आपको रीड करके बताया है. वैसे ये रीड ही करना है हमें. इसमें हमें खुद से अंडरस्टैंड करना है. इसमें बताने लायक कुछ नहीं है. बहुत ही सिंपल लैंग्वेज में दिया है चैप्टर 1. सो आप ये पढ़ सकते हो. ये PDF अवेलेबल है फ्री UPSC मटेरियल में. सो दैट्स इट. आप मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए और ये 1-2 बार ये वीडियोस आप देख सकते हो, सुन सकते हो. थैंक यू सो मच.